Hello and welcome back to Atrocities Plays Vanilla on the Obelix server with friends and stuff. Anywho, I've been a busy guy. It's been about 2 months since our last video, and what I've decided to do is I've decided to go ahead and just bring you up to date. I have a lot of video footage to edit together, and quite frankly, a bit of it's kind of come up missing because of a Windows update and reassociating my documents folder with another drive, and then that drive and got updated, and yeah, all kinds of bad stuff. Windows is a malware product. People need to be aware of that. Windows is a malware product. Anywho, so I'm going to bring you up to date here. What's going on? Remember that spider spawner we found? The first one that Susie decked out way back over there. Anyways, we did a tunnel that came all the way over to Community Island, and we found another spider spawner. And what I decided to do, and I did record myself doing this, is I did build this guy's spider's farm. And if you want to, he has a YouTube channel that does a tutorial on how to make this very spider farm you are currently looking at. And I thought I would make a nice video of me building that farm. Unfortunately, part of that footage is still AFK or just gone for good. I can still build the video, but we missed the first part of me actually doing stuff. And I just took the sail out of my wind, or the wind out of my sails, however you want to say it, for doing a lot of editing and stuff, because I realized that a bunch of footage I had recorded was gone. And that was again due to a Windows update reassociating my documents folder. And that was a bug from a year ago that they should have fixed by now, and they haven't. And the latest Minecraft update also broke my audio settings. And again, Minecraft is a... not Minecraft. Microsoft is a malware product, and it will break your system, so definitely have a good solid backup, and be very careful about your solutions for backing up your software or your system in general, because yeah, I mean, granted, video files are pretty big, and backing those up can be expensive, both in data and in uploads. So losing a lot of that footage really hurt, and it took the wind out of my sails. I'm still trying to relocate it, hoping that it is still on the drive that was affected. And to be safe, I cloned that drive, and I'm just, when I fill up to it, I'm going to go through the drive with a fine-tooth comb and see what I can find. I've looked through the drive, the main drive, and I found a lot of the footage, and I've moved it over, but at some point, Windows just... yeah. So I figured, instead of trying to edit together a bunch of footage that's at least a month out of date, and trying to remember the sequence for which things work, and fearing that I might actually be missing some key video, I decided to go ahead and just do an update video, which is what this video is, and bring you up to speed on what's been going on over the last month or so on the server. Now, the server has slowed down quite a bit. Not a lot of people have been playing. I haven't seen any fresh videos in the last couple of weeks. I believe Maruski put out a video, and I believe Obelix just dropped one about a spider spawner farm he's building. So people are still playing, it's just not a lot of people are playing together at any one time online. So I built this spider spawner, and then Maruski, she has another spider spawner that she did a video on, which is actually, it's a very simple system that she built. And if you haven't seen her tutorial on how to do it, I recommend it, because it's brilliant. It really is. It's so simple, it's brilliant. And it is a very effective way to farm these critters here. Now, I haven't watched the Obelix one on how he's doing his cave spider spawner system. And those are those little green guys that like to run really fast and kill you when you're exploring mine shafts and stuff. And this is just a regular spider farm right here. So he has a cave spider spawner build going, which means he has multiple, probably 2, maybe 3 cave spiders spawners. So it's definitely a high rate string farm, that's for darn sure, and iFarm and things like that. So gotta check that out. Check out his videos and Maruski's videos, and of course anybody else's videos who's currently, and links in the description below. They're currently participating. As you can see here, we got quite a bit going on there. I did set this up originally to be a, pay to use, but nobody's paid me to use it. And another nice thing about this island that I am actually linked to here, let's go back up here real quick and I'll show you. Walk out this way here. This took a lot of time to dig this tunnel out and then to come back through and to do all this work with it and stuff. This actually took about 3 weeks to do total from start to finish. I mean, I did it in a night, but tunneling it out and getting the resources and stuff like that took about a week to do. But here's the island itself, and I do have a portal over there to it as well. But I was exploring this island here, and I'm like, wow, this is really a nice island. Community Island, you can see, is right there. And you can see some structures and things like that. That's occurred over the last month. We can go over there in a minute and take a look at all those. But yeah, I really like this island, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this island for myself. And it's too close to Community Island to be, effective home away from home, where you could build some really cool, like kelp farms, bamboo farms, XP generators, things like that. I did build an XP generator over at Community Island. Figured it would be a Community Island sort of thing, and you could run it. People could just go into the shop and run it themselves. Unfortunately, it caused some serious problems, and I've had to revisit that concept considerably, and we will talk about that when we get over there. But anyways, so I built this spider spawner, and I also found that this island also had wait for it, we'll get to it here, had a zombie spawner right on the surface, believe it or not. And what I did is I went ahead and just built a simple farm, much based on the skeleton farm that I originally found a couple of episodes back. And the zombies, they spawn right there, they drop in, and they go through that little doorway right there, and eventually they work their way around, and they drop down through here, and we go and kill them. And I'll show you how close it is to the surface here. We'll get up here and take a look. Right here. Again, Community Island is right over there. And there's that little bone structure and stuff. I was trying to build a drowned farm, but it failed miserably. You can barely see it. There's like a little torch right there at the end of my crosshair. Yeah, that didn't work out too well because the drowns don't seem to like that. They seem to like being over where there's a lot of villagers and stuff. So that's the main thing. And I've had a lot of creeper explosions in here, so this area's been rebuilt a few times. But yeah, you can see them. They spawn, they hit the water, and they flow over there, and they drop. And got to do it this way here. And they drop. Eventually, they come over here, and they drop down in here, and we kill them. Simple XP farm. You can get some stuff like this. But this was set up to drown the zombies. But unfortunately, they do turn into drowns. But they don't do anything else. They don't give any extra rewards. Nothing. And I do have a trident. And I ended up getting that the hard way, and that was swimming around the sea forever and ever 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 and ever, and killing like well, let's see how many drowns I have killed. Statistics. Notes done. Mobs. I've killed 30 bats. Killed a ton of blazes, cave spiders, chickens. Sorry, chickens. Cod. You gotta eat. You gotta eat cows. The Great Cow Slaughter. Oh, yeah. But you can see I killed a lot of drowns. Yeah. And so I ended up with a bunch of, of these things. And some of them, they had mending on them. And I kept them. I had to fix them somehow. And so I decided to build something called an XP farm. And we will go check that out here. But before I could build an XP farm, I had to have some place to call home. And the object of Community Island was to, believe it or not, build a house there and use that as a base for whatever you built there everybody could use. And then move on to build your own, master, hidden, super science-y, secret basey place. And get ready for it, because Community Island's changed quite a bit. We have the Obelix store, the End store. And if you're curious about the End Dragon and fighting and stuff, watch Obelix's video, Mercy's video, and I believe Stock Gaming's video, or well, watch those videos, and they have links to other people who've done it. But it was a team effort, and we done Nashrak. I think it was Nashrak was one of his videos. He was involved in that, not Stock Gaming, but Nashrak. So Nashrak, Obelix, and Maruski and I got together and we went and we got the resources together to open up the portal to the end, and we went to the end and we killed little Draggy Lady, and yeah, and then we found some end cities. And if you don't know about end cities, a good tip for an end city is if you find an end city, say right here, um, go at a diagonal from that end city, and you'll find another one. I found 3 using that method. Actually, I found more, but just the 3 that I looted, I found using that method. And I went this way as well, and I found a couple more. So that's just a tip, and I believe it or not, I'm surprised it actually is a valid tip. But if you have an end city, try it out for yourself. Just go at a diagonal and just keep working on the diagonal, and you'll eventually come across another end city a lot sooner than going this way or just going this way. So, but anyways, I had a little store here and it was open. I figured I would use it and people would come in and the prices would be on the signs and things like that, or you know, and but I had it open for about a week and nothing happened, so I decided to go ahead and close it and just use it as a massive storage facility until I could open up a proper store. And like I'd have one store for wool and dyes and so forth, and another store for stone and rock products and other things like clay. Because Susie and I, well, Susie and I think it was Nashrak and her went and found a clay biome, and then Susie asked me to in the Nether create a path to it in the Nether, and it is way, way south of here, and that was fun because I recorded all that, and I do have a lot of footage to edit through. Um, I just don't have the time to go through it, edit it all together. And with Windows reallocating the location of the receive file, I just gotta put it all back into one big folder and make sure I have all the footage before I kind of tackle that project. So, hence the update. Anyways, here is Community Island. We were over on this island just a second ago, and here's Community Island right here. And you can see quite a bit has changed. You can see that the old community hut is no longer there. Susie has torn it down in favor of rebuilding it for something much more appropriate to a community facility. And she's expanded the island quite a bit, and she's building some more stuff up this way here. Pretty nice stuff. And then we have this structure right here, this structure right here, and this structure right here. This right here is Dad at 30's house. This is Maruski's monument shop, underwater monument shop, and this right here is my house. Let's go to my house. I'm very proud of my house. I built this and I'm very happy with it. It has suffered some creeper damage and it's been expanded, but it is actually a very, very nice structure. I'm very happy with it. And it meets all my needs, and it's very, very cozy. And simply put, must have built over 1,000 houses on Minecraft. This is the one house I truly feel at home in. And the reason being is, for crying out loud. Creeper zombies must have broke the door down. Anyways, you come in here and I have myself my little enchantment area. I've got my little repair area right there. I have a workshop area right here, complete with a little closet for storage. I have my little sit-down area. I have my nether star. Yep, that was fun. I did the trick where you build the nether underneath the portal in the end, and it sets up into the portal, and then I just waited for it to get weak, and then I killed it. I just wanted to see if that actually worked, and it does work. My little seated dining area, and then my kitchen, complete with a disposal and water source. Very nice, very nice. And then if we go upstairs here, I have my little sleeping area with a little desk, and then I have a little crawl space here that basically is just a crawl space. I had to get in there and light it up. It's kind of nice to have a little crawl space like that. But that was actually added bonus. It's not that big up there. It's just, but spiders like to spawn in there if I don't light it up. Here's my wall, my trophy wall. And over here we did have a villager pillage attack. That was not recorded. It should have been recorded, but it was one of those spontaneous things where I was on my other computer and yeah. I was AFK working on a project down below us, and had been working on it pretty steadily and decided to just go to get some sleep. And I didn't log off because I wanted the cactus and other things that I was working on to grow. And I wanted to make sure that the area stayed loaded. And when I came back on several hours later, it was because I kept hearing this really weird sound. And I'm like, what is that? And oh, I have Minecraft running. I opened it up, and it was these guys right here running amok along the community island. So I went out and I killed them, and I hunted them all down. There were 7 of them, and I hunted them down and I killed them. Then some more showed up. I'm like, oh wow, help! So Maruski got on the last wave and helped me take out the last wave of these guys. And what would happen is they would get on, they would spawn in various locations on the community island, and then they would get stuck, caught up in things, and I was able to sit back and just snipe them off 1 and 2 at a time. And I was very fortunate that the big monsters that come with them got trapped over here in trying to climb up the side of the hill and got trapped, and I could just sit back and hit them with arrows. So I ended up with a couple of crossbows out of it, and I had another trident here, and it's gone, so somebody may have lifted it from the house here. We've been burglarized. But yeah, it's no big deal. Tridents are pretty hard to come by, and I did spend a lot of time getting this one, and I can understand why when there's a video out there of us fighting, helping Maruski claim her first underwater temple. And if you haven't seen those videos yet, go watch Maruski and Nashrak and Obelix's videos on that, because it was quite the adventure. And poor Obelix lost his trident, and it was. I'll help him get another one in. Oh my God! Oh, the amount of time you have to spend to get a trident, and it's not that good of a weapon. It really isn't. The bow is far superior to the trident, except underwater. And then you have to hit the guys underwater 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and yeah. But I have my little storage area right here, and I've been out gathering resources, gravel and sand and whatnot. I was trying to get a lot of sand together because I was going to build a concrete farm where you auto-generate concrete, and that has to be built way, way, way away from Community Island. We're talking 1,000 blocks away, for the purpose of it not interfering with anybody else. So, yeah, and I found that out the hard way, because even though we're not at Spawn Island and there are no chunks loaded here, if you build a big machine where there's a lot of players, it will cause lag for those players, and that wasn't my intent when I set something up down. We're getting to it down below. My intent was to repair my trident, and I needed a lot of XP to do it, and I really just did not feel like, after being drowned several times. And here's something you need to know about tridents: if you get into a trident fight with drowns, and there's a cave near you, and say you're down in a ravine and you're fighting them, and they hit you, they can push you into a solid block, and in most cases they'll push you through it into a cave beyond, and if that cave's sealed, you can't get out, and you will drown. And that's exactly what happened to me. I got hit with multiple tridents at the same time, and then I found myself in the dark and unable. My underwater breathing potion wore out, and that was it. So I lost all my stuff. I was very frustrated. That's the actual first true, honest-to-God moment in Minecraft where I decided that was it. I'm done playing Minecraft. That was a crushing, worse than falling through the nether into the lava because of a rubber banding issue. And that was a true bug. And I guess Mojang's aware of it, but whether or not they patch it, who knows? Because it was just a really weird, you just got hit, and these things hit with pretty good force, and it just knocked me through the wall. Could have been a momentary desync with the server, because CenturyLink sucks for internet provider service. But who knows? Anyways, I lost all my stuff, and lost my good trident, and it took me a while to get another one, actually 2 more. But I got sick and tired of dying and having to stand over at the spider spawner, re-uploading and getting XP and doing all that. I decided okay, well, I'm going to make a furnace array, and what I'll do is I'll load this stuff up with kelp and other things, and it would cook it all up, and then I would just pull out the XP here. Then I started thinking, this is an array system. I wonder if there's a way to combine all this together into a big, massive array, but then I'd have the problem, how would I get fuel into it, because I don't want to have to manually load each furnace. Well, I could use water, and water going over the top of hoppers. So, but what would I use to fuel it? How would I generate that? So I did some research and I watched some videos, and I decided the best way to do it was to use cactus, obviously, because cactus gives the most XP. And so I made my furnace array, and I set up my water tablets, and then I realized, well, how in the heck am I going to get cactus? So I decided to build a simple cactus farm. Um, this whole area was a cactus farm, just FYI, at one point. And this is where I was at when the pillager ambush started. I had all of this turned into cactus. Anyways, and it wasn't generating that much cactus. The passive farm wasn't generating enough cactus. So I was like, oh, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way to, you know, rapidly set it like a piston system, and as they grow, the pistons knock it off more effectively, and then it could go into a storage system, and then for the storage system, I can switch a switch and then feed the furnaces. Okay, problem solved. I'll just make a cactus farm. Okay, so I looked up how to make a cactus farm, and I found a really cool video let's see if I actually have his name still listed here. No, darn it. Anyways, there's a tutorial on how to set up a zero-tick cactus farm with a machine called a duper. And the duper basically dupes carpet, and the carpet gets into its own, goes down here, and then it goes up this water stream right here, and it actually feeds the furnaces. So, unlimited fuel. Very cool. And here is the cactus machines right here. These are cactus generators, cactus farm generators. There are two of them. I built this one here based off of the tutorial that I watched on how to do it, and it was a very effective system. It uses a zero-tick clock, which is, whoever thought this thing up is absolutely just brilliant. We can see it from over here better. This thing right here, the guy is just, whoever designed this, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It just works so well. I have three of these. One runs this farm, and then this one runs this farm, and then I have a third one that runs the duper. So if I want to, I can run just a cactus farm, two cactus farm, and a duper, or just the duper. So, and the reason for that, originally this was just one clock and this duper running full bore all out, and I had it setting up to dupe 2 carpet at a time, and a really fast setup, and boy did it dupe. I went AFK for 20 minutes, and towards the end of its first major run, and Obelix had to come on the server and break all my machines and kick me from the server in order to stop it, because it produced so much carpet that it overflowed and just damn near crashed the server. So if it did not outright crash the server, I don't know. But anyways, it made a hell of a mess, and he was like, get in there, clean it up, set it up so that don't run it unless people are on, and don't be a dum-dum. And I'm like, oops. So I went through and I built a bunch of redundant systems and wired it up so that it could be turned off from multiple points, and set up a bunch of instructions that if somebody does turn it on, how they can turn it off without having to break everything. And so I had a bunch of safety switches and stuff. I just added a bunch of safety switches. So for like the duper here, it's a dual system. Right now it's locked. It will not run. I can turn on the cactus farms and the duper will not run. Or if I want to, I can just turn on the duper. And it runs. And it will run indefinitely until I turn it off. So, and I can set it up so all this stuff can run together at the same time. Right now, this switch right here is a fail-safe. This is just an absolute, in case something happens, like a creeper explosion, I have double system to prevent it from being turned on accidentally. Because we've had creeper explosions down here before, and things get turned on, and it is a pain to figure out how to turn them off. But the signal goes this way, and then I have a signal from a storage system over here that when this system is full, it sends a signal along here, and it shuts everything off as well. And you can hear a zombie. Yeah. Um, but I have recirculators and disposal units. So right now it's set to recirculate the fuel as it comes through here because I have several chests full of random fuels. As you can see here, carpet and things like that. What it does is it feeds down through here and then it goes into this ticker clock and into a dispenser, and it dispenses it into a water stream that can be either diverted to disposal or in this case recirculate. And what will happen is it'll just go back through the system along this water stream here and then hook up with the duper system and then go up its water elevator back into the system and refuel the system. That way there I would have a backup supply of fuel, and I can turn this on, and then I can turn this one here on for the cactus, and only things that would be running would be this and this. That's it. And these didn't need to be ran. And this way here, if somebody came on and just wanted to passively run the system, all they'd have to do is flip this and what's over there? That button right here. And they could run the system passively. And it would generate enough XP to give them enough to repair stuff. Anyways, I wanted to repair my tridents and level up quickly. So I ran the system, and Maruski took advantage of it. I think Dad at 30 may have as well. And oh boy did I. I fixed 2 or 3 tridents up. I fixed up all my gear. I made duplicates of a lot of my stuff. And I ran this thing hardcore boogie for quite a bit. And Obelix told me that, yeah, it's best that I tear this down and move it away. So what I'll end up doing is I'll tear down one of the cactus generators and redo all the recirculation system, get rid of 2 arrays, 2 full furnace arrays here, and the system will be limited to just 8 furnaces and 1 cactus farm and 1 small duper. And that's more than an efficient way to run the system. Somebody can come in via the store door over there and basically flip a switch, stand on a pad, let it run for an hour to, you know, burn through a couple of stacks of stuff, flip a couple of switches, and level up. It's that simple. And then all this stuff here will get stored, and eventually I'll just hit the garbage disposal button and dump it all into lava. But yeah, so and then I converted this area here into potato farms and whatnot. Let's go ahead and head out of here and take a look at the other 2 structures real quick. Rambled on enough here. We better sleep because it's been a while, and God only knows we don't need any more phantom heads. Alright. Wakey wake. Okay, you can see we've done some exploring. But anyways, let's head over here and check out Maruski's shop. I did record a video of me doing a tour of this earlier, and I have to admit I'm very impressed with this. This is a beautiful, beautiful shop. She did a really nice job with the block combinations and how she laid it out, and she's got something in here that I thought was really cool. Maruski constantly just brings a smile to my face when she does stuff like this. Her simple spider spawner, and then this right here. I just love it. I love to do this with all of my heads over there. Just put them in a trophy room, you know. You want to tour the trophy room? Drop iron ingot in or nugget in the box and take a look. But yeah, did a really nice job. I like the roof. The way she has this whole thing laid out is very well done. If we go out this way here, you can see she has a little patio area here and then a stairwell down. And you can see over there what Susie's been doing, working on the community island. There's another map over there. There's a waterfall. The old community hut's completely gone. Now it's AFK. Or it's just gone. KIA. Killed in action. Then we have the fishbowl over here. I don't know what that is. I don't want to go over there and take a look at it because I haven't watched any of their videos that have dealt with that yet. So I'm just going to stay away from it. But we'll go ahead and take the path back up here, and we'll go over and take a look at Dad at 30's place. I helped him build this, laid it out using andesite and stone. I figured he'd use a different block palette, but then we started working together, and we work really well together with this stuff. And he started laying out the block design for the, you know, doing this and changing those around, and basically he just did a beautiful job on setting this place up to look like it is, and it is. I'm really happy with the overall design, but what he did to make it his own, just I mean, look at this. I mean, look at the stuff he's done, all the interior work, and just laying lamps out, and got himself a little workroom here and a little grow operation. And he's had a few phantom issues as well. And he's got a nice little enchantment area here, a little rest area here with an old crafting table, his nether ender chest here. He's got water source, disposal, brewing stand. He can cook if he needs to. Built-in storage. He's got his own little room up here with a bed and a little carpet next to his bed. And he's got. You can look down. Hey, what's up? Got a little spare room right here or office. And he's got the balcony right here where you can just sit out here and be I am God, or convert it into another room. And then you go up here and you got his lounge area. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this build turned out, and what Dad at 30 did to make it his own is just breathtaking. Did a beautiful job with this design. And honestly, I thought this, oh, they do look good together, but he decided, well, if we add logs here and we do this and make these more uniform, and because I just threw it together, and he did. He really did a nice job on laying this place out. I mean, it is very cozy, very functional, very schwank. It's very rare do I want to keep a world for just because of one or two builds in it, and this is one of those worlds where I would love to have a copy of it, just because I would grab this house and my shack over there, and I would keep those as schematics, and I would put those in other worlds, just because they're just really well done. And they, when we set out to build these houses, I mean, I built mine, and then a couple of days later we built Dad at 30's. I just figured they'd just be a couple of shacks that we just throw up and temporarily stay in. I had no intention of it actually becoming a place that I enjoy going to in Minecraft, because it's cozy and they're comfortable. And of course, we had the sheep farm, and we had a great sheep die off. My sheep were liquidated down to just one or two sheep, and I'm not sure why or how it happened, but I ended up with a lot of mutton to eat for a couple of days, and had to regrow a couple of the sheeple. So, and right now there are just a few collars that I need to fill out my little shop area, and I've been getting those slowly but surely. And I assume it was probably something got stuck in there with the sheep and killed the sheep off, and thankfully the system was active enough to grab the mutton for me. So, yeah, or else we'd really been up Sheeple Creek. But yeah, just been coming through here and slowly filling up my system, or my storage area. And the idea was to have one shop do it all. And then I realized, well, maybe Susie might want to sell the clay because she found the clay, and she does. And Maruski might want to sell the ocean stuff because she found the monument. She is. And Obelix decided to do the nether, or excuse me, the end. And then I'm sure somebody else starts selling nether stuff like quartz and blaze rods and nether rack and stuff like that. So there's so many things that a player can specialize in, that I decided for me it would be sheep and colored wool. And I was also going to open up the concrete factory and sell concrete, but because concrete is a fantastic building block because of its flat colors. But it is what it is. But with all things, real life being what it is gets in the way of Minecraft, and it's a tragedy. But people had to go back to school, and real life, just got in the way, as it always does. So it is what it is, and you have to admit that we're pretty fortunate to be able to play this game for so long, and each time we play it, derive some enjoyment from it. And I'm very thankful to Obelix for allowing me to be a participant in this world, and I do hope that it continues to go on for quite some time, because I understand a lot of people have a lot of builds. But there are some updates coming and the Nether update is one of them, and I think that's probably the main reason why none of us have really done anything in the Nether. So the Nether will probably be reset, which will be a drag because then we'll have to go through and reconnect all of our Nether portals. So whether or not if that happens, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a complete world reset, and you know, a whole new season. But anyways, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch episode 18 here, and hopefully I will have some other videos out about the interim that happened between the events of between episode 17 and 18. And I don't know if I'll put it all into one big video or break it up into several different videos. Probably edit it all into one big video and then just send it out as a couple of shorter videos as well. Call it episode 19, the mega episode. I don't know yet. I'm working on it. I'll figure it out, and once I get it figured out, you'll all know the results. Anyways, thanks again for taking the time to watch, and have a great